Mike Pendleton here with Bears Wire, USA Today, and just talking to him off camera. Chicago knows this man, and he's coming back. He's bringing his competitive drive to the pickleball court with Smirnoff SMASH Vodka Soda and Pickleball. Matt Forte, legendary Bears running back. First and foremost, thank you for the time. Let's just talk about this kind of partnership you have with Smirnoff and what brings you to the pickleball court.
Yeah, obviously I'm a competitor at heart, and I got a deal with Smirnoff that we've been doing some stuff around Chicago since the beginning of the season, and I have to. I mean, it was the perfect matchup. When you talk about pickleball, I actually played pickleball before it was even popular. I played in seventh and eighth grade for some reason in Louisiana. In PE, it was one of the sports that they made us play, and me and my good friend from back home, John Greer, actually where we were baseball teammates, but we were teammates for pickleball, and we won the school championship. So I haven't played it in a while, from since seventh and eighth grade, but I have since it started getting popular. I started playing again, being retired. But the competitiveness was in me, and I'm like, man, I got to go to the pickleball courts and tell everybody in Chicago to come out, on the 20th for the tournament, because if the two people who actually get to the championship, they get to play against me and former Chicago Sky player Kaiser, and they get to play against us to see if they could beat us. But it's been a great partnership. The bold flavors that Smirnoff has with their Smash Vodka Soda that's ready to drink has been awesome.
Now, you were a great teammate during your time with the Bears. Have you talked to Kaiser about your game plan here for the championship?
Not yet. So I think on game day, I'm just gonna let her know, look, this is about business, when we get here. It's all fun and games before, but with the fanfare, but when the game time comes for the championship, we gotta win.
And you mentioned it, November 20th, there will be a DJ, food, drinks, Smirnoff Smash Vodka Sodas, flavors, and Smash gear for, the those who come to the event. They can get their tickets online. Thank you, obviously, for giving me the time to talk about that. And there's also a little bit of news. I think Smirnoff kind of knew just how the kind of situation in Chicago was going. So, what better time to talk to Matt Forte? I want to get a couple Bears questions in with you before I get you out of here. But before I do that, I want to ask about giving back, right? I mentioned to you a relationship I have with one of your former teammates and Jason McKee, someone I worked with. But when you look around, and I was talking to someone this week, if you look around the NFL, if you look around all the major cities, all the big organizations, I don't know that there's another team like the Chicago Bears who have had so many of their former players invested, whether it be in the media or breaking down or on the radio. So many of you guys care about this team and about this city, really more so care about the fans. Why do you feel yourself, your teammates are still so invested?
I think it's because of the relationship, man. As soon as I got here in 2008, I realized that this fan base was different, and it was nothing like I had ever seen. And even playing, 8 years in Chicago and two with the Jets, there still is nothing like the Chicago Bears fan base, and nothing like walking out there on Sunday at Soldier Field. And I think the players and the legends who have played here feel that, and we want to reciprocate that love as well because, you know, win or loss, like you guys are always there. They're always out there, always cheering. Now, when it's down seasons and there's things that need to be changed, we hear you voice your opinions, and rightfully so, because those things need to be changed. But the loyalty, I think, of the fans, then when it comes to the Bears, is what gives us our loyalty back towards the Bears and towards the fans. More like you said, we love the Bears because we played for them, and we wanted to win championships for this city. But more than that, we see y'all come out there every single game, every day, every week, even in the off season, loving what we do. And then some of the best memories I have is in camp, going out to camp, and thousands of people being out there just excited for the season that was, on the brink.
Now, I know you're giving back with Smirnoff here and kind of bringing the Chicago city together, the fans and pickleball players all together. One thing I've definitely noticed from a lot of guys you played with is they've all gone on to become coaches now, which is now not even just giving back to the city of Chicago, giving back to the next generation of football players. The list goes on and on. Robbie Gold's teaching, or he's coaching at my alma mater at Rolling Meadows High School. Jason McKee's coaching. There's so many other guys that you played with who are coaches. Was there ever a vibe in that locker room where now that you look back, you could look back and go, yeah, they were destined to be coaches?
Yeah, I knew, especially like Robbie, he wasn't just, okay, I'll kick field goals and all that. He was involved in the details of special teams and the whole kind of concept of how it went. It wasn't just he come out there and kick the ball. And even Jason's so good at encouraging, and like coaching is not just the intelligence part of the game. It's more of how can you motivate somebody. And when I came to Chicago as a rookie, Jason had already been there, had played in the Super Bowl, blocked for Thomas Jones and Cedric Benson, and he had a lot to offer me as a rookie coming in that didn't really know what to expect. So I knew Jason was going to be a great coach, and as he currently is. And I think a week or two ago, I went to Spice Adams'
Yep.
son's football game. He had a playoff game, and he's out there coaching his son up and coaching up the D lineman, and Peanut is out there coaching the DBs with him, volunteering. And so those type of guys, I knew like they would always be involved and be close to the sport because of how much they put into it.
Well, we're definitely talking on a week
The
of hot
Bears actually need
topics.
to hire him.
Yeah, I was, I was,
The Bears
I was.
need to hire Peanut. They need to hire Spice. They need to hire Jason and Robbie. Everybody. They need to hire all of us to coach them.
I think the general consensus is not only that on ESPN, like Rex Ryan has talked about some teams thrive with having former players as their coaches. Look at Houston Texans, D'Amico Ryans is a prime example there, Dan Campbell in Detroit. But I think you guys really emboldened what the Chicago Bears franchise and culture is all about. So I'm definitely on board with that. But in a week full of hot topics, I got to ask this first and foremost off the top. What went wrong with Shane Waldron, in your opinion?
I think he doesn't get the concept of what kind of offense he has. I don't think he really understands the identity or has the ability to help them to create an identity as far as an offense. When you have an offense, you really have to take an assessment of what y'all do best and not try to trick people and run trick plays and do all of these bells and whistles. Because when it comes down to it, there's a few things that offenses really do well. And when you stick to those, it doesn't matter even if the defense knows what you're doing, they still got to tackle you. They still got to stop the play. And when you do those things well and you stick to them and then you put in wrinkles here and there, the best offensive coordinators that I've been around always put me in a position to make plays. And there's been seasons where I've had astronomical seasons, and it was because I was put in positions to make those plays. And then there were seasons where they were down, and it wasn't necessarily the talent on the team. It was that play wasn't called at the right time, and that wasn't the right formation we needed to be in, or we didn't mix it up enough, or we didn't have an identity of actually running the football because it was good weather early on, so we wanted to throw the ball a lot, and then it got cold. Oh, now we want to run it, and it's too late by then. So I think Shane Waldron just was out of sorts with what he has in his hands because you can have the most talent in the world, but how you steward it, how you how you make it work on the field, that's up to the offensive coordinator. Really, like anticipating coverages and blitzes, teaching Caleb when to throw the ball away and not take a sack. And I just seen it's been bad just on some of the plays just week after week when they were playing Indy at the goal line, running the speed option from the gun, which is a high school type of play. I'm like, that was, I mean, I can understand if they actually blocked somebody on that play, and it was bad. And then they ran the tackle, like the refrigerator Perry type of run from the 85 Bear. It didn't work. It didn't work in 2024, right?
Yeah.
And then last week it was a 3rd and 3, and they faked the gun run and then faked the reverse and threw it to DJ Moore for an 8-yard loss on 3rd and 3. Just run the ball if y'all gonna do that. So I think he literally just wasn't aware and didn't really have a deep knowledge of what kind of offense he wanted to create within the team.
Last one, we got to wrap this up, but I do want to just ask you played running back here in Chicago, Thomas Brown, now a former NFL running back and coached running backs all throughout his coaching career. What can he bring as a former running back and as a running backs coach with DeAndre Swift? What can Thomas Brown bring to help Caleb Williams for the rest of this year?
What I'm hoping he brings is an effective running game because they haven't been really effective. I've had some big plays here and there, and I hope that he can mix it up, between the group of running backs that they have. I think Swift is pretty good. He's not an every single down back like a bell cow running back, but if you can running back by committee with them and really wear a defense down, it will help tremendously on Caleb's plate where he doesn't have to worry about blitzes so much. And when you throw the ball 50, 40 times a game, they're going to pin their ears back and just blitz you. And that has seemed to be what defenses are trying to do because it's confusing them. So what I'm hoping is that he won't go away from the running game being a former running back, and that he would really establish that and know that it's a seed that gets planted. I think people get in a rush too much these days where it's the microwave generation and want it to work right now. But when it comes to the run game, you got to wear teams down. You got to wear defenses down and really help the quarterback out, especially a young rookie quarterback.
Wednesday, November 20th, Smirnoff SMASH Vodka Soda, Matt Forte, Pickleball coming to the city of Chicago. And get your tickets online. Matt Forte, thank you so much for the time. Thank you, Smirnoff, for connecting us. I truly appreciate it. And thank you for giving back to the city. It's just as important as your contributions on the field as well.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.